today we're back here at our new hardy succulent and cactus garden, and joining me is Professor Cheryl Mihalko, who took this on as a class project last semester. So what do you think? How's the summer treated it?
Well, it was a long, hot summer, but we're really happy with it. We've had really good success. We haven't lost any plants to the heat, and we've had really good growth this summer.
Yeah, so it definitely looks like it's starting to fill in. You can see some of that new growth coming on some of the cactus that are a little bit more of a tender, lighter color green. So that's a good report right there. Tell us a little bit about, you kept some of the old plants, right?
We did. We had the opportunity to work in a place that had the right soil, had a lot of these beautiful rocks, and had some of the yuccas. And we left those in mass in the places that they were. And we've even begun to add some other things that are similar in form and texture, the hesperellas here and some additional variegated yuccas. So that's giving the garden a little boost in terms of it looking like it's a little bit established. Of course, it's going to take some years, but we're real happy with it.
Right. And so tell me a little bit, because I think a lot of times people think cactus are so different than a lot of your other landscape plants. But when we're talking about spacing, right? Because I kind of probably think that they grow a little bit slower than some of our perennials, but
some do and some don't. I think the yuccas probably maybe seem a little bit slower, but you can see the new growth on the cactus, and they're really just putting out new pads. They're really, really happy. Our vision is to sort of have it just completely be this wonderland of intermixed cactus. And so when they get a little bit large for their spot, we have the opportunity to propagate by removing pads.
Okay, so just like any other plant, kind of space them based off of the requirement for that plant and give it some time, right?
Absolutely.
So you thinking again about 3 years, that would be the time?
Yes, I think so. I think so. We have to just, with our Oklahoma weather, we have to just see how it goes. But I think we're in good shape with the selection of material that we got, and also the way we've placed the stones. So when it gets really cold, we should have plant material that survives into zone 4. But the way the stones are placed will give it that little extra heat in the winter.
Okay, all right. So we've got plenty of hardy material, but we've also, because we know we get those crazy Oklahoma winters sometimes. So a little extra protection there. And I think that creates that little microclimate, right? That sometimes we neglect and we need to take advantage of more.
In Oklahoma, we have to do everything we can. So the other thing is that we know we've got a great soil, one that's really mixed in a real granular form, so the water is going to drain right through. So whereas we're always appreciating rain in Oklahoma, this of course is a plant collection that doesn't need a lot of water, so hopefully when it rains it goes right through, and it being in the sunny spot we should be fine.
Right, south facing on a slope also helps with that as well. So I know your class has been involved in some identification projects as well for these plants. Tell us a little bit about that mapping.
So this semester, the studio design class has come out already, and we identified each plant in its location. So they are currently developing an as-built plan, and that should be ready by the end of the semester. So we'll post that where everyone can see not just the name of the plant, but where it is actually located in the garden.
Okay, excellent. Well, that'll be nice for visitors also that are here, and just for all of us to learn a little bit more about maybe some plants that we tend to not always give its full glory. So thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this video as part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on the OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.